add myself to the stream and turn on the mic. Hey, how's it going, guys? I started. Okay. So again, like yesterday, let me do another thing. Boom. Editing things online because, that's how I roll. So it's not a lot to talk about again today. So let's get to it. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back. As you know, this is the part of the show where I say it over and over again. Not that anybody would, but, we are a channel that's not about giving financial advice as much as documenting our journey and sharing some of the ideas that we've had with regards to strategies, specifically on Fridays regarding the drip ecosystem or also the animal farm system. My name's Potter. And my co-host, Matt, he should be a barometer for if things are in alignment with where he thinks they should be, or is it kind of fluff out there? So he'll be back. He's doing fine. He's very healthy and happy. And if you want to check him out, he's at Matt Lane Fitness. And he does a lot of shorts with great physical training. I was trying to think of a right word, but yeah. So let's get into it. Get rid of that. For those who just pass by, my experience is I've been a technologist or technology professional. I've worked at Time Warner, Accenture, worked for the Department of Commerce as a contractor, and Ernst & Young. So with that said, how's it going, Cole? Good morning. So I wanted to let you know that I don't know if you guys remember, months back, I was looking at, what the whales were doing. And it seemed like the whales were selling drip to go into animal farm. And at the time I was still building, which I'm still glad I did, because if I hadn't compounded, I wouldn't have what I have now to be able to move it. But what I'm starting to do is every other day, I'm starting to invest in the pig pen, because it pays in BUSD. And I'm still doing that cycle in the dogs where I take the LP from the garden, I place that into the dogs, into the farms on Animal Farm, and that gives you dogs. The dog staking gives you dogs / B&B, an LP, and I take that LP and then put it in the 12X farm for that, and that gives me pigs. But what I'm realizing is, one, that gives me more pigs than the pig pen. By the way, if you're not like a Forex Shark Maxi, or you're not a drip ecosystem person, everything I said to you is not going to make sense. And maybe even what I say going forward isn't going to make sense. So that's why we don't ask if you like, subscribe, or follow. We're trying to just provide an insight into technology and with the way things are going, and answer questions from our loyal folks like Cole and Mitchell. They're our main two. They always show up. You didn't slide into my DMs, Mitchell. I was thinking about putting my Twitter handle up here, but that would take time. So I keep looking at what Forex is talking about. And that was the end of, by the way, what I was doing with the drip farms, because the drip farms put you in the pigs. I get the pigs out of there and place those in the pig pen. But I just felt like I should alternate every other day versus trying to go all in, because I'm still not at a max wallet in drip, and that's really where I want to be. Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. up there. That's me. That's my handle on Twitter. Mitchell gets an invite to the pool party when he finally makes a night. Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because like if I was where I was, where the drip price was last year, doing everything, oh my God. Because, like, I feel that if you have $10,000 in a pig pen, you're doing well. You're doing really well. There are a lot of people who are making a lot of money off of the drip ecosystem in the animal farm. But this brings me back to, what I'm seeing with my eyes. Still follow the Forex announcements. And he's still making sense. His stuff is still working. Other platforms are still, going in the tank while he keeps supporting this one. So, yeah, if you have $10,000 in here, you're making money every day and you're able to put back in. So that brings me back to where I was last year at this time. And oh my God, if I had what I had last year, it would be incredible. But that again brings me back to, Forex and his announcements. He's not talking about drip. He seems to almost go out of his way not to talk about it. And hopefully that's because there's nothing to talk about and he just wants to hit us. But I think, I'm going to continue to build because I want to get that full wallet. But I think that he is going to come back to it. But until drip has a true utility, I don't necessarily think that there's anywhere to go with it. That's why when I see things like the animal farm working, my eyes, I've been very data driven. And when the data says, hey, this is paying, you go with that. On the show yesterday, I talked a little bit about FTM, but you can't forget that there's a conference going on there. And, people always get bullish or, greedy people always, say, oh, there's news. I'm just going to pump the thing up and then they drop it like a rock. So, I don't see that with the Forex ecosystem. It's just kind of consistent, Drip, even that has been a slow decline, but it's steady. You're welcome. Potter, do you have any ghost hunting channel too? I actually do, but I haven't been putting anything on it. But it's funny that you mention it because I've been thinking about it a lot more. I've had a lot of experiences, but they'll spook people. So I'm at, I forget what it is. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I might put up some stuff there. So yeah. Seen a bit of a sell-off on pigs and dog last day. Think rewards are a bit lower than before. You can't really ever tell, Mitchell. Like the data doesn't necessarily show you. But with everything else taking off, drip was the same way. Whenever the market would take off, drip, people would take out their profits and start getting to other plays. So I think that could be it. But as we know, Forex talks about it a lot. They have millions of dollars in reserves to make sure that they keep the price healthy and the ecosystem alive. Rewards of dip. I think a lot of people are hitting that max dog tax relief, so there's going to be some selling. Yeah, and that's another good point. And Forex did that for a reason again. He said, I don't want to reward people who are just coming here to get money. He's building an ecosystem that's supposed to make us all wealthy in the future. And his actions have been consistent with that. I wouldn't keep a channel going if it didn't make sense. I really believe in Forex Shark. I don't necessarily understand his management style, but I've compared him to Steve Jobs. You can't tell a pioneer of a technology how to do it when he's the only one who's been consistent throughout the year. I mean, there's the BNB miner, which is if you invested as much in BNB miner as you did drip, you're doing better off than drip. But if a lot of the people there, they want that quick turnaround. They want that money. So it's a different kind of investor. I also believe in the kind of architecture that Forex is built, and for the reasons that, because I'm a technologist, I can understand it deeper. When I got into coding Web3, I understood it at a different level, and it's highly complex. It's confusing, and the amount of holes that people can exploit, Forex hasn't been involved in any of those, because he's done everything right. So I'm looking for something solid, something stable, and something that consistently shows that there's growth in it. And Forex, he continually delivers, but he doesn't fight price. Tesla didn't fight price. I mean, everybody called Tesla, nobody's going to buy electric cars. That's what they all said. It's a waste of time. Nobody's ever going to compete with NASA. It's the will of the architect. And I think that Forex's will and his drive to help the common person is in alignment with the best people out there. I hope they don't go below 20. Mitchell, that's dangerous thinking. Like, if you think like that, I mean, you're going to get pulled into that game of, am I doing this for the future, or am I doing it for now? Because there's a dog's play where if you don't want to, you just want to be the person who says, give me that money back, then there's a dog's pool that pays out in BNB, much like the BNB miner. So, I mean, you can always go to that. But if you don't look at him with a year-long lens, or at least a 6-month-long lens, you're probably doing your emotions a disservice. So careful. I've always said, I don't care if drip goes to a penny. I really don't, because I'm not in it for that. One of the interesting things that's happened is drip at a cheaper price makes it very more palatable to be a token for GameFi, which we kind of talk about GameFi on the other network. When you're a developer and you want to test things and you want to have a token you can use, you don't want to pay $100 per token, but something that's a lot cheaper, you can gamify it. And we've seen, and this is unique, you don't see this in a lot of other platforms. I don't think any other platforms. You have people out there developing systems that are working to gamify drip. And will it be something that stops the price or takes the price up immediately? No. But in a year, I think so. There are just enough people who are understanding it, understanding blockchain technology, understanding Web3. And here's a token that continually gives itself back. That means that you can build a game engine that's built on you getting that token and use that as rewards for the people. Even if there's little cute characters and you build a castle, or you build a house, or you build a farm. So there's just so many potential, I can't think of the right word. There's just so much potential for drip. It's astronomical for the entire ecosystem, on top of what Forex wants to do. So, whoa, there's a lot of messages. Have you heard about the drip lottery and casino for drip? No, I did not hear about the lottery. I've heard about it in the past, but I do know about the casino. I think I've talked about it, how gambling. I'm here to support the infrastructure. Like, if I own real estate, I wouldn't mind leasing it to Caesar's Palace so they could pay me that. I wouldn't mind that, but going into the casino, no. Mitchell, Cole. That Krypton Kings guy put out a video yesterday about Drip Casino. Did anyone watch it? You and Mitchell are aligned. I need to watch that. Mitchell, plus there's a few other projects out there helping out Drip. One called Guardian of Galaxy NFT. Yeah, I saw that one. What you're seeing there is, I don't know if you guys have followed Baby Grinch, but he's the first, to me, he's the first true developer out there who said, you know what? I'm going to create a UI so that people can interact. And then slowly he started learning how it works. I think that's what happened with the Splassive team. I think that's what happened with the Piston team. But this is the first time where we're starting to see more and more people say, I want to get into the game and I've got so much excess drip, I can use it to facilitate anybody who's developing with it. I mean, who knows? There might be a software development kit that comes out for drip eventually. A software development kit is a host of code that comes in packages that you can use things like APIs that allow you to interact with the ecosystem in a safe manner because it's rolled out by the developer. Cole S. Mitchell, do you think they will really have a meaningful impact on the price? My fingers are crossed, but I wonder if those projects will only be drip maxes. That droplet has burned over 15,000 drip already. Wow, nice. Yeah, like I've said, remember 100,000 wallets. And drip was 100 and something. Then we had the inflation of drip. Inflation means that there was more printed. So now I think you have to get to that 300,000 wallets level to get the price back over $1. So that's going to take time. That's not something that you can force, but we now know how to control the inflation, and the more people who understand it, the people that are coming in brand new, they're making money. They came in with a very minimal investment, and they're starting to make dollars a day, and they're going to turn that into tens of dollars a day, and then dozens of dollars, and maybe even hundreds of dollars a day. Cole's talking to Mitchell. I'm like in between you two. Really? Holy smokes! That's not nothing. Yeah, it is super interesting. The NFT sends BNB to the reservoir. Yeah, I did see that. I'm just waiting for their updated version, because I don't like to get into anything early, because development is so hard. When you're developing, you end up with what I call failure fatigue. Because guys, when you code, it's just, yay, oh, it's broken. Yay, oh, it's broken. And that's why you have to have respect for Forex Shark's infrastructure. As a coder, I know how hard it is to maintain that. As a cybersecurity professional, I know how hard it is to keep that locked up. That's not easy. We've got a platform that's been, safe. We have a dev and an architect. I don't think he's a dev. We have an architect that understands the platform, understands what he's doing, and he's even got a mission. And that mission is to make people who are not super wealthy have a level of passive income that can be shared with their families. I'm going to skip that one, Mitchell. Cole, I'm very curious to watch Guardian's project and see what happens with it. Those guys are a real gang of drip heroes for all the time and energy they put in. Exactly. Not only that, they're probably very well off. They can do things, that other people can't do. And I think that your life kind of changes when you get 7,000 deposited drip and you have that drip wallet. I really think your life changes. If I was them, I would try to do the same thing. This is a platform that will support you and your family. So yeah, you would definitely want to go in on more. They have a live show every Saturday. You should watch it. What's the channel? I'll put it up here so that I can share to other people. No, the kind folks. Cole, Potter, you are the glue that holds us. Yeah. I'm glad to be some level of glue. That works for me. Thanks, Cole. You're very nice. AMA tonight. You mean for that drip group that you're talking about? Okay. Wow. Holy cow, guys. I've already got 20 minutes. I thought this was going to be super short, but you guys make it like Cole and Mitchell, you guys don't understand. Like, you guys being here is part of the bigger draw. I think that people like, whether they comment or not, they like it when, they even see people interacting. So consider this like our little cheers, except we meet in the morning. and I don't have Prosecco. But I really, really appreciate you guys. And you guys have made it easier on me to get up and do this every week because, I'm in a room talking to myself when there's nobody here. So really appreciate you guys. And the more I talk about it, the more, like yesterday, I don't know if you could tell, I was a little bit like, but then I start talking about it and I start remembering what we're doing and how smart it is and how we're just so ahead of the game. And then I go, yeah, this is good stuff. Cole says, it will be interesting to see what he says at the end of January, and we're meant to be hearing some stuff. How dare you wave at my finger? Wave at my finger. You can't believe that. Do not ever trust a dev for dates, You can trust a company that's got an advertising budget, has hired union workers to film, and they've got to hit a date. But people who are security minded like Forex, he's going to do what's best for, the ecosystem and the devs or the people using it. He's not going to rush it. So you just have to hold on to those days. But here's hoping. 3 p.m. in the UK. So people tell me that I have, I'm not doing a good one. I'll wait. I'll warm up first. What time is the AMA tonight? Oh, Forex. Forex is having the AMA. Okay. Well, I've got to get ready to go deliver Meals on Wheels. If you are anywhere that has the ability to just get in your car and deliver meals to people who are elderly or disabled or just who are going through a rough time, Meals on Wheels is a great organization. And I volunteer for it. It's a way of giving back in a very small way. The people who make the meals, the people who do all the administration, those are the real heroes. And so are you, Cole and Mitchell. Thanks for being the heroes of the show. And I will see you guys next week. No, I'm not going to do it that way. Game on. Okay, now I got